Would you share the defining moment that led you to find religion?
Well, let me clarify. I believe religion is man's way of trying to reach up to God. I believe um, Christianity is a faith believing that God has reached down to us by sending his son. So, and I battle this because I don't like being called Christian because not everybody has the definition right. But if I say Christian, I mean a faith. That means I believe in Jesus. So, but that defining moment for me was when my mom got sick of cancer, and I watched her die, and I had to, and it was time for me to grow up. But I didn't listen. It wasn't because of a preacher or some whack dude on TBN telling me this or that, selling me holy water. It wasn't this westernized, white, blonde hair, blue eyed American Christianity. I grew up from a hurting family, and when they found the real Jesus, they changed and their lives changed. And I saw them go from everything bad to all healed up. So it was always their faith in Jesus was always undeniable to me. I was just a kid trying to figure out where does that fit in my life because I'm a kid who's here out in the streets and we want to kind of do what we want to do. So how do I fit this standard of goodness into some bad streets? So it was just me growing up and learning. And so when my mom finally got sick, I made the decision, not that I did everything right, it was just making a decision to try to follow the faith that my mom did. And then once I realized that it wasn't, she had her Jesus, and now Jesus was making himself real to me, and he became my Jesus. And 30 years later, he's still my Jesus. And I've learned more in the 30 years through experience, through scripture, through my eyeballs, through everything that I've witnessed and seen. And I wouldn't change it for the world. It doesn't make me rich. It doesn't make, it's not a prosperity thing. It doesn't make me not have hard times, but it doesn't make me not witness death and sickness and evil. It's just the thing that keeps me going. That's what it is.
Well, I always appreciated about a lot of the, I guess I'll call them Christian bands, but I guess to your point, I always appreciated a lot of those bands drew a distinction between their faith and the Christian church, because what a lot of people may not necessarily realize is a lot of those like Christian hardcore bands spoke out against the church for all the same reasons that other hardcore bands did. Because just because someone's a Christian doesn't mean that they're a fan of the church.
Yeah, exactly. And I've struggled with that forever, trying to define what this institution of church and institution of Christianity is. But I can't let that get me bitter because that's a whole nother conversation. So my eyes, my heart, mind, and soul are focused on God and his word and trying to apply it to my own life just because I need it. If not, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna hurt myself. You know what I mean?